Batayan ang National Achievement Test o NAT para sa mga gagraduate na estudyante kung gaano na sila kahanda para sa high school at sa college.
Peace education at all levels is very important, and it's very good that there are a good number of universities and schools that are really committed to putting into the curriculum at all levels through teachers education programs, for example.
Despite the progress in expanding access to education, Uganda still faces high illiteracy rates, with about 11.9 million people unable to read and write, according to Minister of State for Gender and Culture, Peace Mutuzo. Women make up the largest share of this figure.
The program is designed to promote self-awareness and self-discovery. The measures of learning are gauged individually by one's own self.
Peace education is a field of study and practice that aims to equip individuals with the knowledge, skills, values, and attitude necessary to promote and build peace. While there is no single, universally agreed upon definition, a common thread run through the various approaches and interpretation. Core elements of peace education. First is a transformative process. A transformative process is a peace education. It's not just about imparting facts. It is a holistic and transformative process that seeks to change mindset, attitudes, and behavior. It aims to move individuals and societies from a culture of violence and conflict to a culture of peace. Second is acquisition of knowledge, skills, and values. First is knowledge, an understanding of the causes of conflict and violence, the history of peace movements, and different approaches to peace building. Skills, practical abilities for non-violent conflict resolution such as active listening, empathy, communication, negotiation, and mediation. Values and attitudes, cultivating core values like respect for human rights, social justice, tolerance, solidarity, and a commitment to non-violence. Third is focus on multiple levels of conflicts. Peace education addresses conflict as a various levels, from the personal and interpersonal to the societal and global, both about and for peace. Education about peace involves critically analyzing the condition of peace and violence. It seeks to understand the root causes of conflict and injustice. Education for peace is action-oriented. It aims to empower learners to become agents of change and to actively participate in building a more peaceful world. An interdisciplinary and holistic approach. Peace education is not limited to a single subject. It is integrated across various disciplines, including history, social studies, literature, and even science. It emphasizes a learner-centered pedagogy that encourages critical thinking, dialogue, and collaboration, rooted in human rights and social justice. It is fundamentally linked to the promotion of human rights, the pursuit of social justice. Many definitions emphasize that the true peace is not merely the absence of war, but the presence of justice, equality, and well-being for all.
The philosophy of peace education is rooted in the belief that education is a powerful tool for social and personal transformation, capable of addressing the root causes of violence and fostering a culture of peace. It's not just about teaching facts. It's about changing mindsets and building a more just a human world. Core philosophical tenets. A commitment to non-violence. It's a heart. Peace education is a rejection of violence in all its forms. And cultural. It's a normative field, meaning it's possessed that non-violence ways of living are inherently better and that we have a moral duty to pursue them. The pursuit of positive peace. Peace education goes beyond the simple absence of war, which is often called negative peace. It aims to achieve positive peace, a state of affairs marked by social justice, equality, and the fall of realization of human rights. These require active intervention to dismantle oppressive structures. Education as liberation. Drawing heavily from critical pedagogy, particularly the work of Brazilian educator Paulo Freire, peace education views the learner not as a passive recipient of information but as an active agent of change. The educational process is meant to empower individuals to critically analyze their world, recognize system in injustice, and take action to transform them. Holistic and transformative learning. It emphasizes a holistic approach to learning that engages the cognitive, emotional, and behavioral aspect of the student. It encourages critical thinking and reflective practice. Interdependence and interconnectedness. The philosophy recognizes that individuals, communities, and nations are deeply interconnected. Peace cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires fostering a sense of shared humanity and collective responsibility for global problems such as climate change, poverty, and war. It views the well-being of one as inextricably linked to the well-being of all.
Peace education is not merely an academic subject. It is a vital and transformative process with profound importance for individuals, communities, and the world at large. Its significance is directly tied to the attributes that define its practice and purpose. The importance of peace education. Cultivating a culture of non-violence. In a world where violence is often presented as a solution, peace and education offers a powerful counter-narrative. It teaches individuals to reject aggression and seek peaceful and constructive means of resolving conflicts, both on personal and global scale. The second is building a foundation for social justice. True peace or positive peace is inextricably linked to the social justice. Peace education teaches about the root causes of conflict such as poverty, inequality, discrimination, and lack of human rights. By addressing these structural issues, it aims to create societies where peace is not just the absence of war but the presence of fairness and equality. And the third is fostering empathy and intercultural understanding. In an increasingly interconnected and diverse world, the ability to understand and appreciate different cultures and perspectives is crucial. Peace education breaks down stereotypes, promotes tolerance, and helps individuals develop empathy for those who are different from them. This is a fundamental step toward preventing prejudice and building a sense of shared humanity. And third is empowering individuals as agents of change. Peace education is not about passive learning. It empowers individuals, particularly youth, to become active agents of change in their communities. It provides them with the skills to address injustice, mediate disputes, and advocate for peace, giving them a sense of agency and hope. Developing critical thinking skills. The field encourages learners to critically analyze the cause and consequence of violence, war, and social injustice. It teaches them to question authority, challenge biased narratives, and make informed decisions, which is essential for responsible citizenship in a complex world. And next is the attributes of peace education. The effectiveness of peace education is derived from its key attributes, which distinguish it from traditional education models. First is the holistic and transformative. Peace education is not just about imparting knowledge. It is a holistic process that seeks to change a person's mindset, attitudes, and behaviors. It engages the head, cognitive knowledge, the heart, empathy and values, and the hands, action and skills. Next is the interdisciplinary. It is not standalone subject but rather a perspective that can and should be integrated into all parts of the curriculum. Lessons on human rights can be taught in history, conflict resolution, in a social studies class, and themes for tolerance in literature. And next is action-oriented and practical peace. Education emphasizes learning by doing. It provides practical skills such as communication, negotiation, and mediation, and encourages students to apply these skills to real-world situations from resolving a disagreement with a friend to participating in a community project. And next is learner-centered. The pedagogy of peace education is often participatory and dialogical. It values the experiences and voices of the learners, creating a safe space for them to discuss difficult topics, share their feelings, and collaborate on solutions. And last is values-based. It is explicitly built on core values such as respect for human dignity, justice, compassion, and responsibility. It seeks to cultivate these values in students, encouraging them to internalize the principle of peace and act on them.
Historical and educational context. The Philippines has a long history of conflict, social inequity, poverty, and cultural religions. Because of this, peace education became an important national agenda to address not only armed conflict but also everyday issues, discriminations, and underdevelopment. CHED issued CMO No. 1 to require higher education institutions to integrate peace studies into their curriculum, ensuring that future graduates are not only skilled professionals but also peace-oriented national builders. Why holistic peace? If peace is seen only as an absence of war, then education would only focus on conflict resolution or preventing violence. But the holistic concept of peace recognizes that peace must cover all dimensions of human life. Inner, mental health, emotional balance, moral values, social, fairness, inclusivity, gender equality, respect of human rights. Structural, good governance, equal opportunities, reducing corruption and poverty. Cultural, respect for diversity, indigenous traditions, interfaith understanding. Ecological, sustainability, climate actions, and responsible use of resources. This broader view ensures that education does not just stop conflicts but build a society where conflicts are less likely to arise in the first place. Connection to CMO No. 1, the memorandum pushes to embed holistic peace in education by mainstreaming peace values across subjects, not just one course, training students in dialogue, critical thinking, and empathy, promoting cultural sensitivity and inclusivity, aligning with the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG. Those peace education is both academic and practical, shaping students into professionals who will actively contribute to a peaceful, just, and sustainable Philippines. The deeper contextual meaning, in essence, the context of holistic peace and CMO is that peace is not a single subject but a way of life and nation-building strategy. Education should go beyond technical skills and produce graduates who embody values of justice, respect, and responsibility. It's a part of the Philippines' response to both local challenges and global change.
Have you ever wondered what the world would look like if we had world peace? No wars, no conflicts, just cooperation. Well, one of the biggest areas that peace affects is something we all experience every day: globalization. So, globalization means our world is interconnected. The clothes you wear, the food you eat, the phone you use, they may all come from different parts around the globe. This is possible because countries trade, share technologies, exchange cultures, and even work together on global challenges. But here's the thing: without peace, globalization becomes much harder. Think about it. Wars can destroy roads, ports, and shipping routes. They create fear and uncertainty for business. When there is conflict, countries impose sanctions or close borders. That means less trade, higher prices, and fewer opportunities. But in a peaceful world, trade flows freely. Nations trust each other, products move faster and cheaper across borders. This strengthens economies and create jobs not just in one country but everywhere. World peace also encourages the free movement of people and knowledge. Students can study abroad without fear. Scientists from different countries can team up to solve problems like climate change or health crisis. And cultures can be shared openly through music, movies, arts, and traditions. This makes the world more connected and more understanding. There's another big impact. Example, resources. Did you know nations spend trillions of dollars on military weapons and wars? In a peaceful world, that money could be used for education, healthcare, and innovation. Instead of building bombs, countries could build schools. Instead of tanks, they could build hospitals. This shift would make globalization a tool for human progress, not destruction. So, when we talk about world peace and globalization, the message is clear. 1. Peace makes trades more stable. 2. Peace spreads knowledge and culture. 3. Peace allows resources to go where they were really needed. In short, world peace doesn't just stop wars, it powers globalization. It builds trust, connection, growth for all nations. A peaceful world is a more united world.
World peace and society, issues and controversy. World peace means a situation where countries and people live together without fighting or war. It means there is harmony, safety, and cooperation between nations and within societies. World peace helps people live better lives because they don't have to worry about violence or conflict. However, achieving world peace is not easy because there are many issues and controversies that make it difficult. First is the conflicts between countries. Some countries have problems because of land, resources, or power. They might fight wars to control more territory or gain resources like oil or water. These conflicts create tension and make peace hard to achieve. Second is the religious and cultural differences. People belong to different religions and cultures. Sometimes, these differences cause misunderstandings or fights. Some groups may feel their beliefs are threatened or disrespected, which can lead to conflicts. Third is the economic inequality. Many problems come from unfair distribution of wealth. Some countries and people are very rich while others are very poor. Poverty can cause frustration and anger, which may lead to crime or violence. Fourth is the political power and corruption. Leaders who want more power or who are corrupt can create instability when leaders do not care about the people or break the law. It causes unrest in society. And last is the terrorism and violence. Terrorism is a major problem. It causes fear and destruction, and it is often linked to political or religious conflict. Fighting terrorism is complicated and can sometimes cause more problems.